Hello, everyone. I think I've gone for me Jean-Luc Picard look today. I don't know how that happened. It just seems a bit like that. I don't know. Not intentional, but what can you do? What's my eyebrow look? No, what is my eyebrow look? Nice. This one look. Don't know what's going on there. Hi, NFJ. How you doing? It's good to see you or read you. Hello, friend, indeed. Um, a lot's been happening. People probably won't talk about it, but um, yeah, there's stuff happening in the world, and more stuff is going to happen. That's just the way that it is. And so the name Mario is Mars and Aries, etc. So war, but also Maria, peace. And I'm stuck in the middle of that. And the hardest battle I think in life is yourself, battling yourself, getting to know yourself, stand in your own authenticity is probably the hardest battle that anyone will ever have. And knowing yourself, and with that is a responsibility to act in your highest good, or the highest good of everyone, to be fair. So as I've said before, battled my demons. Got my friend, the devil, walking with me everywhere I go, and he's doing all right by me. He's helping. I'm starting a journey, and anybody that was involved in the Fully Chase knows that I have mettle and resolve. I don't give in, and I aim to find the truth, and I aim to be the victor. That's who I am. That's who I was made, and probably fine-tuned that 2 to 3 years ago. Starting 2 to 3 years ago. So I was who I was, and then I went to Mario and not Maria. There was a war building inside of me because of what people were doing. And it didn't matter how much information I gave, it didn't matter how much I let them know that I know stuff. They carried on doing what they were doing. And some people are suffering for it. And I warned them about it, and they're still doing it, and they're still suffering. And on the front of this, the title page, there's some important information for someone or some people, but definitely someone. And I have a vested interest in the outcome, not just because of me, but because they took somebody's life, a good person, a earth angel. And this is just a heads up. People want to know if I could read the poem and if I could find out stuff and if I could tell the future and blah blah blah. To be fair, I'm not interested in that. Something will come to light because of this horrible thing that somebody did. And the information's there, and they will know exactly who they are, and they will understand exactly what's been written. And judgment is not far away. Now, this can be a terrible judgment, because you keep fighting it, or it could be a nice, earthly judgment because you're aware of what was done and what the right thing to do is. Now, I don't normally get angry, and I try to do things, with love, but this is like something that it just eats away at me. Like, this thing that was done was a bad thing, and then people came along and covered it up. So it's a bad thing that was done anyway, but then covering it up and then living with that and carry on, and this person tried to defend themselves because this veteran didn't take medication and did something callous, and somebody tried to cover it up but missed some evidence. Desperate to clean up, desperate to cover stuff, but there's something they haven't realized, and that's going to come to light. And there's somebody working on the case who they've tried to interfere with their car and all sorts of stuff. There's somebody working on the case, and they will get this evidence. They will find this evidence, and it's not the front yard, although there's something in the front yard, but there's some evidence that wasn't cleaned up. And there's a video, a party video, and there's online, there's lots of stuff that's going to come out. So I asked this person, this female who's not too well, to do the right thing before, well, just do the right thing. You know who you are. And then these other 3 women, and like I say, I haven't got to do anything. I don't need to do anything, and I don't need to fall out with these people. But I know who you are. I know what you did. I know how you did it. I know who's involved. It just amazes me that I try to be nice to people, and I try to inform people, and they just ignore me, and it just hurts. Hey, Luli, how you doing? Davey, how you doing, man? All good? Hey, Richard, how's it going? I haven't got my glasses on, so I can just about read it, but I'm glad you lot are here. So, yeah, so there's information that's going to come out, or there's information that's already out, and there's information that's going to come out. And I am concerned about the 3 women and what they've done and everything else, and I understand the position that the man was in. I'm not holding anything against anyone in regards to me. But in regards to this person, yeah, I am. Yep. Yes, I am. For her and her family, yes, I am. And it's going to get resolved, and it's either going to get resolved because you say what took place, or it gets resolved because this evidence will be found. It will be found. Well, I can't be the guilty one because I have no clue what you was. No, I'm just a little. Am I angry? Am I angry? I'm not at the point of anger. I'm just so frustrated that people aren't listening. Like, there's nothing that goes on in the world that isn't seen. There's nothing that goes on in the world that isn't seen. And there's nothing that goes on in the world that can't be discussed to the people on earth. Can't be said. And these people try and think that they're working, this secret stuff, this hidden agenda, this whatever it is. Well, I know what it is, and they think they're doing it in secret, but they're not. It's like you may as well have, well, they have satellites and stuff, but you may as well have a camera on you all the time. There's nowhere that you go that is secret. And all of the plans that you're making are already known. Like, people think I'm going to be surprised by events that take place. I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not. Get your celebrity, bring them on. Whatever it is that you want to do, I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be surprised. Whatever it is. The tower that's happening at the moment, not going to surprise me. I'm trying to tell people stuff and they're not listening. I'm trying to tell them that all you're doing from now going forward, or from before going forward, is hurting yourself. Everything's going to be revealed over the coming months, coming years. It's all going to be revealed. All the plots that you hatched, all the people that you hurt, everything. It's all coming down. All of it. And you have to adjust your way of thinking. God hired me. No one's going to fire me. God hired. Well, it's magic. God hired me. Who's going to fire me? No one. No, there's two employers. One of them's here, but he ain't going to hire me. The devil that walks with me. I'm in the middle. God on one side, devil on the other, and me in the middle. And he ain't never going to hire me. So God hired me. And I know what's going to happen because I'm going to be part of making it happen, because I'm sick of what's happening in the world. And anyone who knows the thrill of the chase knows that I have the mettle and resolve and the belief that there's only one creator. Like I told you forever, there's only one creator. And moving forward, those that don't get on board, those that want to fight it, won't have much of a chance. Considering the devil walks with me, he's an angel of God. So those of you that are in league with him, he's right next to me. He ain't going to save you. All these things that you do, we already know. It's not going to happen. Stop it. You're just hurting yourself. And you're proof of it. When you look at what's happening in your life, you're proof of it. The money that you're losing, your house, your home, the car, whatever it is, your family, whatever it is, it's because you keep insisting that you're more powerful. You keep insisting that you're more powerful. And you try harder and harder to make something happen. And it is never going to happen, ever. Not to protected people. Just go back to you. And you have to learn that. Now, I'm not doing anything. Well, I may be doing something, but not me personally. I'm not running around trying to, take the money off you, or take your house off you, or take your car off you, or take your family off you. I'm not doing that. You are. By trying to do it to me, or trying to do it to someone else. You keep trying to put bad stuff on other people. And God said it's enough. He's not having it. Now, you know that I'm not this religious person. I'm not. But I've seen too much. I've seen too much to ignore what is the truth. And that's just the way it is. What's up, Mario? What's up? Hey, Money, how you doing? Hi, guys. What's Mario? Mario's talking about, not supposed to say too much, but Mario's talking about in 2021, those people that are involved know. I gave some information and, they stole it and did stuff and thought that I didn't know. But it's just part of this matrix that these elite Masons, Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, think that they have over us. No, no, not going to happen. So people do bad things thinking they can get away with it, and they won't get away with it. And this is the age of Aquarius, and things are going to change. Things are going to change. And, you know, I'm not talking the thrill of the chase. I don't care. Well, I do care, because part of that is part of what's going to help, you know, change. But God has put people in places, and, you know, he's ready to take back his world. He's just ready. And there are people who are going to be part of that. That's what I'm talking about. Did you see Venus last night? Hey, Venus. Oh, Venus. Yeah, alone in there. What's up? I just gave a recap. I hope you got it. Yes, indeed it was. Butcher the baker or the candlestick maker. I've just been burning a red candle, actually. Maybe I should go back to the beginning. So those stones that you gave me, and that wood I've been using. Not that I need it, because I'm protected, apparently, if it's me, if that's what this is about. And, you know, I've probably got, I don't know, it feels like more protection than God, with the amount of archangels, ancient gods and goddesses, spirits, family members, ancestors, blah, 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 you name it. Because I'm the truth seeker. That's what I looked for. That's the deep thinking searcher using logic. That's, you know, uncovering what's hidden. And these elite don't want us to know these things that they've done and doing. And I think if you look at the news, you'll see that, you know, certain good things are happening, as opposed to all the bad stuff that you read about. And people of the church are being found out for what they are. Not all, just, you know, those ones that are being found out. And, you know, time's up. You know, I'm just saying, I'm not, like, I'm new to this. But I'm a quick learner, you know, and these spirits, demons, entities, you know, this spiritual war, no, it isn't a war. You know, that sitting down having a chat, you know, the dark and the light, and there has to be an agreement. And I'm fully aware of the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, the bad and the good. I'm aware of all of that. But this earth, the universe, the multiverse, the space-time continuum, whatever it is that you want to think about, it needs to be in balance. Gaia needs to heal our planet. These people that have no, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know why they have nothing, no moral compass. I think it's because they think they're above the law. Well, you know, the earthly law, but they're not above the spiritual law. And that's where they went wrong. Because my mate here, you know, they wanted stuff from him, and he's glad to give. You know, he's not evil. I know he's not evil, but he does tempt people, and they do think that they can, offer up themselves and get stuff and make them, the richest people in the world or whatever it is that they want, or, a superstar or whatever it is. And you can do so much, and then that's it. But he wants payment. Like, they offer stuff. They've done bad things. Not because of him. Because of them. Because of their greed. So those people are going to get, what's come to them. And there's two ways they can go. They can keep doing what they're doing and suffer even more, or they can ask for forgiveness. You don't have to ask me. I'm not in charge of this. But people are waking up, which is what they fear the most. People are waking up. All around the world, people are waking up. And the chosen, yeah, they're waking up. They're waking up. I'm making sure they're waking up. So this started out just for me finding the truth. And now, now that I found the truth, I don't like it. Quantum reality. I'm missing it. Maybe I feel the pain out there. Guess what, Mario? Tell Fendi and Davey that I found a catalyst. True story. Well, Davey's here, so he probably knows. And if Fendi comes in, I'll tell him. 4.5. I see it's all connected. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, if you did a reading, Lula, you'll find out. If you do a reading, you'll find out. You'll know. But my concern is more for this. Not my only concern. So this is about this one person that was brutally killed and probably tried to save her life by using a knife, which is still around, wrapped. The person that has done this, and the female involved knows that I know, and it's up to them to do the right thing. But then there's these other people that, well, they won't. If they won't listen, they won't listen. There's nothing I can do. Hey, Jeep Girl, how you doing? Listening in today. Happy Sunday. Oh, yeah, still Sunday. We didn't find in Cool Rocks, Lily. Down Housing Leads in your state. Oh, I will, but I'm dealing with some stuff right now. Oh, yeah, Leeds, Bloods. Way back. So, yeah. I didn't want to title it Forest Fen ABCs because I still believe in Forest. I still believe in the person that set up the chase. I believe there's only one creator, 100%. And I'm fully aware of the three women. But please stop, all this, whatever you're doing, it isn't going to work. And you're just hurting yourself. And, I don't know. In any normal circumstance, I would probably feel sorry. But I'm just numb to it because it's like, just listen. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop hurting yourself. You know, there are people driving themselves mad, literally driving yourself insane because that's what you want for me. Just stop it. You're compounding the issues that you have. You're making them worse for yourself. And it doesn't matter, like the stronger person that you get to do whatever it is that you're doing, that doesn't matter. If you want to get a celebrity to try and, resolve stuff, that ain't going to make any difference. Although, maybe shaking hands with, somebody famous might be interesting, but I don't know. We drove up around Boulder looking for rocks on New Year's Eve with our black lights. Ooh. It was cold. Actually, we've had snow here again. Just, I'm not impressed with it. Don't do snow. Crazy stuff. But, yeah, it was cold. It was cold. Some secret maps to the hidden rock treasures. Woohoo! I'm waiting for spring. Oh no, spring. I'm finding it strange for new TTI hunters looking for the fem box when they are close to some of my souls. I'm finding it strange for new TTI hunters looking for the fem box. They are close to some of my souls. I don't know what that means. So you find it strange that these hunters looking for the fem box, but then if you're looking for one box, why have you got lots of different souls? Oh, right. But, as I said to Forrest, I'm not looking anymore. Like, this is... I don't know if Baby's here, if he's still here. I told him, I don't want to be a person that goes out finding everything. I didn't even want to take this stuff away from God, Forrest, whoever Forrest is. Like, it's crazy. Like, if you knew what my life was like, you'd be like, what? What's he talking about? Well, you are. You're thinking, what's he talking about? But I don't look anymore for indulgence. TTOTC soul. Anyway. Yeah. Forrest said, don't trust anyone, not even me. And that, seems to be the case. Not because he's not trustworthy, but because God had a plan, which is antagonistic to freedom. And none of these people are free, and I'm not free. No one's free. This plan, no one's free yet, but, they will be. And this divine treasure hunt, this abundance, this indulgence, this whatever you want to call it, is going to help people. And was always going to help people. But some people were greedy. They wanted it for themselves. And they didn't know what it was. And, not only did they take information off me, but, they solved the riddle, and did more stuff. And they think that I don't know, but I know. I know everything that they've done. I know everything that they're doing. I know all of the plans that they've made. I know the offer they're going to give me. Like, all of this stuff, I already know. And I suppose it's the answers I already know. But the world has to change. And I wouldn't say it starts with the chase. I think Donald Trump was the start. He may be a catalyst He was the start of this wake up that the world needs. And, we're just going to set the alarm for everyone. So everybody wakes up and sees that an agenda was pushed. The history that we've been told is not our history. It's not the way it should be. And our lives are supposed to be better than this, easier than this, with a lot more love than there is now. This separation of people into all these different groups is absolutely crazy. We almost went from, I don't mean this horribly, we went from being racist, which is just like two different things. I don't like you because of your colour, to I'm this kind of person, that kind of person, this kind of person, another kind of person, another kind of person, and I don't like you because you're that kind of person. It's like, what? It's gone, well, actually, no, there's two things, religion and colour. So we're in that world at one time, and now we're in a world where you can't even say that you're a he or a she or a him or whatever. And just, what they're doing to children because they're unsure of their sexuality, where they're supposed to be, as it's always been the same case. And maybe because there's a soul in there that's feminine and they're male, and they have, the intuition to get in contact with that. That's all that is. And then it goes, it passes. But these evil people, just crazy, crazy. I'm waiting for, oh, done that one. I'm finding it strange. I've done that one as well. Done that one. I've never been a treasure hunter. I just like the story. Cool. It's still best to talk over campfire. Huh? Yep. And I'm hoping that, one day me and David might talk over a campfire. Even though, excuse me, I might, at the end of it, when we, toasted the marshmallows and all that stuff, go off to a hotel. he can sleep somewhere else, but, outside under the stars or whatever. I don't suppose I mind. So if I was in England, I wouldn't mind doing it, because there are no, grizzlies and mountain lions and, poisonous spiders or alligators or whatever it is that's in whatever part of the country you're in. So that bit snakes. That bit gets a bit concerning, because I don't have the wherewithal of that, and I don't live in a country that has those. I would call them fears, but unknowns. They're unknowns. So, like, I'm not really scared of snakes and spiders and that, but there is a fear in me that says, well, what if it's poisonous? Well, what if it's poisonous? So, if I know it's not poisonous, or it's not going to wrap itself around me and squash me, then I'm good. But because I don't know that, I suppose there's a bit of fear there. Zozo, hello. Oh, a new year equals a new age. Yes, the age of Aquarius. Woohoo! I'm an Aquarian, which is cool. An Aquarian in the age of Aquarius. Love it. Happy New Year 2025 indeed, Zozo. We are going to okay. We're going to okay. I hope everybody's New Year has started well. I mean, I know, some people probably haven't, but this could be a good year. If people want it to be a good year, it'll be a good year. Oh, that doesn't sound too good. Zozo, hell, my friend. Hell. Oh, he's even said hell. Hello. Hell. Oh, hell. Heal. Heal to you too. Ah, this predictive text is great. Bellum intestinal. Hi, I'm going to make a video soon. Cool. Are you doing a reading, Lulu? You said you're going to do a reading. You had something in mind. 2025, yeah. Adds up to 9. 9 clues. 9's a good year, a good number. Oh, you Aquarius. Cool. Smack it. Ding. Or one of those. Yeah, can't beat an Aquarian. Good people. Pisces. Woo. On the cusp, so I see more Aquarius. Yeah, an air sign. Woohoo. Yeah, people seem to think it's a water sign because it's a water bearer, but it's not. Like, I've had many occasions where people try to tell me what my sign is. Aquarius is a water sign. It's like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. It's an air sign, and it's the water bearer. Light saver. That's funny you should say that, Zozo. That's you probably look 24 as well, Jeep Girl. That's what it reminds me of, for what I've been going through. If it's me, I could just be delusional, but I don't think I am. The bit in Star Wars where Obi-Wan says, "If you strike me down, I will come back," whatever he says, stronger than before. When Darth Vader strikes him down and disappears, there's nothing there. And it's like, that's pretty much how it's felt for me. Like, people have been trying to do all these bad things, and it's like, it makes me, a stronger person. And it's like, they don't realize that they're creating this. I'm not a monster. But I am a fiercer warrior than, the nice, kind person that was, willing to share stuff. Now I'm like, well, I'm still willing to share stuff, but definitely not with those people, and there's a difference, and I don't hate them. Well, I don't think I hate them. I don't know how I'd be if they were standing in front of me. I'll probably still talk to them, I suppose. Although it's like, and I don't agree with these things. When I was at work and, in a leadership position, they would say, well, you can't interact with, these friends of yours anymore because they're beneath you. You have to, sit with us and speak with us and stay with us and do these things, but you can't interact with them because they're, you don't want them rubbing off on you. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I am one of them. We're all one of them. We're all one of those workers. We all work. Doesn't matter whether you're the CEO or the bloody, janitor. That don't matter. We're all one of them. We're all a worker. And if you want to know how the business operates, then you need to speak to the work. You need to be in that, not in that mindset, but you need to be aware of what happens in that place in order that you can make it run more efficiently. So this bullshit about, if you're higher up, you don't have enough to do with the lower down. Of course you do. You have to know. You have to have an empathy for it. You have to understand it. So I don't agree with that. And I can't remember where I was going with this. But that's basically it. Stop, I just think we're all just human beings. Like Forrest says, can't we all just get along? It's like, that's crazy that companies have the mindset that says once you become a leader, you have to separate yourself from the people beneath you. That'd be like how would a general get respect from his men if and it happened that way, that because they separate themselves. The men think, oh, you don't even go to bloody, you don't even go on the front. You don't even go on the front line. Who the fuck are you to tell us what to do? So, sometimes you have to be there. You have to have an understanding of what it's like to be at the bottom in order to enjoy what it's like to be at the top. And there's nothing wrong with trying to take these people from the bottom and bring them up to the top, and that's what I try to say in my videos. I am a good teacher. I am a good leader. And, don't be stuck there at the bottom. I've got some information for you. If you want to listen to this information, because I think it's good information, and people don't want to listen, I can't help that, but they will learn. They will learn from the information that I've given them at some point in time, which is what I've said, in my other videos before. At some point in time, you'll look back at what I've said to you, and then you'll go, oh, yeah, now I know. Now I know what he was saying. Going to be a strange birthday. Why? Why is it going to be a strange birthday? Who looks 25? Jeep Girl. Not 22. 25 in 2025. Mistakes, not errors. Davey. Cool. I don't know what that is. SpongeBob looks like. 6-5 scratches on the tree for me. I beat you, Sage. Sage is good. Status should never play a role in... No, never play a role in kindness. Oh, you wrote it. Yeah. So, no. And anyone can be kind. Like, the thing is, though, you find more often than not, it's the person that hasn't got anything that's prepared to give it. Because they understand what it's like. And not all the time, but the person who has got it doesn't really give a monkeys. You know what I mean? It's like, that's crazy. Or they give it because they want something back. Or they give it because it's a tax thing. Or they give it because they have to give it because, it's expected. And some give it just because they want to give it. Like they want to give something back, which is, great. By how much? You don't have to say. Well, I don't know what that means. By how much? Not too much. True, be private. A mission will only get in the way if focused upon. And who needs to worry about being paid? Change the view. You're so cute. Still like of your red jasper in Creek River. Don't know who that's addressed to, but the Creek River sounds very familiar. Yeah, but everybody wants to get paid. If they're doing work, they want to get paid for it. And they want to get paid what they think the job is worth. That's fair enough. But, some people, they work for nothing. They have charities and they work for nothing. And some people have charities and they earn billions of dollars or pounds or whatever it is. And it's like, hang on a minute. I thought you were called a charity. Like, how does a charity have someone who's running it, with lots of money? To me, that doesn't make sense. Like, if you're a charity, how are you rich? And the same said for the church. Like, if you're a church, how are you rich? Like, it doesn't pay that much. How are you rich? Which means you're not giving the money that you get into the church, or you're getting money from somewhere else, which, these things have to be exposed. And I'm not about ending religion. I'm about, there's one God. Stop the rest of the bullshit. There's one God. Or it's the universe. Like, whatever it is that you want to think, the universe, whatever the universe is, whatever God is, whatever it is that you think, the spirits or whatever it is that you think, there's only one person that's in charge. And that person has the ability to do these crazy, 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 crazy things that you wouldn't believe. And Jesus was one of those people that could do these crazy things. that you wouldn't believe. And the church killed him. And then have a Bible and tell people to go to church. And it's like, what? Hold on a minute. You're the people that killed him. You're the people that put him on the cross. You're the people that didn't want him around because he didn't fit your way of thinking. He wasn't what you wanted. Basically, you disowned him and you had him killed. So that's crazy. But that's what happened. Like, yeah, send it to Pilate, get him killed. What? You're supposed to be the people that say save him, but you didn't. You said, yeah, get him killed. And then when he's on the cross, you've got this person, who's bad, saying he doesn't deserve to be here. And another person is saying, yeah, kill him. And it's like, hang on, the nicest person in the world is crucified. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. You can be the nicest person in the world and somebody hates you. I know how that feels. You can be a nice person and somebody hates you. And it's like, what? Why do you hate me? I haven't done anything to you. Why do you hate me? That's crazy. And these people hate Jesus because he didn't act how they wanted him to act. He didn't say what they wanted him to say. He didn't do what they wanted him to do. It's like, can't you just let him be who he wants to be or who he is? And then he died for all our sins. Like even now, like his death then is for our sins now. As we sin now, that's what his death was for. And we're the ones that says, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Because where are you now? Where are you now that we need you? Like, why have you died and left us? Why have you died and left us? Oh, I know why you died and left us. Because you took our sins. Now, our sins now. And all those sins back then. So we would never have to go through that. And it's crazy that those people that say they follow him are the people that killed him and don't understand what's written in the Bible that has probably been heavily doctored and changed, to fit their way of painting the world, and only choosing certain passages from it without reading it from start to finish. Like if you went to church, you would never go to church and say, right, we're going to start with Genesis. We're going to read so much, and then next week we're going to read this, and next week we're going to read this. They just bounce about all over the place in certain passages. So if you never read the Bible, you would never know what was actually in it. It's like you just painting a narrative. The whole world is a narrative that's been painted by these so-called, elite people that want to believe, half the stuff that isn't right. I don't know where I am. Many scandals show what you just said. 100%. Like, and there'll be more. Like, more will be brought to the, to the fore. But what I'm asking is, these people that are doing these bad things, stop it now. Stop it now. Stop it now. Don't wait till you get caught, because you will get caught. You will be found out. Nothing is hidden anymore. The veil's been lifted. Forrest left, and the veil lifted. So why is it that I must go? So you could lift the veil and free everybody. Those people that want to be free. Those people that want to see. Those people that want to know the truth. They're going to see the truth. And those bad people that didn't want that to happen, well, tough. It's going to happen. And lots of people are going to be losing their money. Lots of people are going to be found out for who they are. And I suggest, these celebrities, these rich people, whoever you are, whoever has sold themselves to the devil or whatever it is that you did, repent now and ask for forgiveness now, because the truth of this world, through every world, through whatever you want, the space-time continuum, whatever you want to call it, the universe, multiverse, altered realities, whatever you want to call it. Every single one of them. Every single one of those places, those realms, the aliens, whatever you want to call them, all of it is going to be known and free. The dark spirits, the light spirits, if they have to come together, they come together. If they can't come together, then there has to be a way to sort it out. But whatever needs to happen, whatever the divine plan is, we're going to be heading towards that. Whoever or whatever you think that is. But there is only one creator. Whether you say the universe, whatever it is that you say it is, then that's what it is. But you have to believe that that person does have the power. Oh, I've just said it. Celebrating over what they took from you is the biggest reason you're getting it back. This is not about me. So please be aware of that. This is not about me. It really isn't about me. So I've been trying to put love out into the world. Seriously trying to get people to just get along. And that, like I said, if God is the Father, we're brother and sister, all of us, brothers and sisters. And he loves us all, even the murderer, even the child trafficker. All of these people, he loves all of us because we're all his children. And just like any parent, they wouldn't kill their children because they did something bad. And they wouldn't hate them because they did something bad. But, maybe you have to sit on the naughty step. Whatever it is that he's got planned as I don't want to say a punishment, as a lesson. Whatever he's got as a lesson for people that aren't just being like, we're all sinners. Like, forget that. That's not what this is about. This is about to the extent, like, Jesus died for our sins. We're all sinners, all of us. And he died for our sins, and we have to respect that he did that, and move on through life. But succeeding at the expense of other people, taking people's lives, making people suffer, that has to stop. Thinking that you're better than someone because you have more money, what's that? I don't get that. I really don't get that. So that means all you people that think you're better than someone because you've got a lot of money, when you lose your money? When you lose your money, do you want people to look down on you? Or do you want to be given a fair chance to get back up? Because you will lose it. And then you'll be one of those people that you went and spat on. Didn't want to know. Would walk past in the street and wouldn't give them nothing. Would walk around them instead of giving them a helping hand. You'll be one of those people if you're not careful. And you'll be here in a world where there is no money to give you. If you're out on the street, there's no money to be given to you. It's all card and maybe, a different kind of money going forward. But it's all card. So if you're a homeless person and you say to somebody, can you spare $1 or £1 or whatever it is, and they'll go, no, mate, I haven't got no money on me. I've only got a card. What's going to happen to them? What's going to happen to these veterans? And I can hear people already. I can hear them. Well, it serves them right. No, it doesn't serve them right. No, it doesn't. They need help. And I don't care whether they're, drug addicts, winos, whatever you want to call them. They need help. All of them. All of them need help. Whoever they are, whatever they are. And you can't just because you've got money, not care. Because if you're not careful, you'll be one of them. You'll be one of them. And even if I knew you were rich and you ended up as one of them, I would still care for you as much as if you were never rich at all. It's just crazy. Da, 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 da. I beat state. She's never. Oh, done that. Oh, I forgot about that video. Cool, thanks. What are you doing? Your video on leaving? Yes. What are you doing it on? I had a special visitor on New Year's Day. We'll upload the next day or so. They didn't like the love doctrine. I'm glad you didn't. Hey, Steve. I'm glad you didn't say they didn't like the love doctor. We push positive. That is what we do. Way, yes. So, before I go to sleep now, I am not the person I was years ago. And, obviously I believe there is a creator now because of the Thrill of the Chase. I'm not the sort of person that says in Jesus' name and all of this, because I'm not, quite there yet with that. I need more information before I can do that. But I do go to sleep now. I do realize there's a soul inside me that is, very powerful, very, very, very powerful. And, when I go to sleep, I try to send out, that all worlds are full of love. All. I don't believe that there needs to be any fighting. Not that, I'm scared of fighting. Trust me. If I need to fight, I'll fight. But I just don't see why it should happen. I know. It's about the money. It's about this. It's about that. Yeah, I know all that. The drugs, the big pharma. I know all that, but I just don't see why it should be like that. It's like the need for money for some people just takes away any kind of rational thinking. And the need to be superior to other people. It's like, that's crazy. So the way I look at it, I don't think I'm better than anybody. But I don't think that I'm worse than anybody. And you know what that means? That means if you're the worst narcissist who thinks you're better than everyone, that means I'm as good as you. I don't think that I'm better than you. And I know I'm not worse than you. So that means I'm as good as you. So you will never beat me. Ever. Ever. Because I know that I'm as good as you. Even though you're the worst narcissist there is. Even though you think you're the best of the best of the best of the best. I know that I'm equal to you. And you will never beat me. I will always never be worse than you. I will always be as good as you are. So that makes you not the best. You are never the best. You will never be the best. Because I am equal to everyone. I think everyone is equal. Whether you're the richest person in the world or you have nothing but the clothes on your back. I'm equal to every one of you. Every one of you. I'm no better and no worse. So you will never beat me. Ever. And that's how I see it. Nobody's better than anyone. Nobody's worse than anyone. We are all equal. No matter where you are in life. No matter what you're standing. No matter what you believe. I'm equal to everyone. We need a revolution. And take it to the streets for justice. Well, I think justice is coming. I think the army is formidable. I think I don't want to say, excuse me, I don't want to say that right is on our side, because you have to be correct. But, good needs to prevail. Good needs to prevail. You need to So if you can't feel love, you need to feel good. So hear me and listen good, I suppose. You need to feel good. By that I mean, in yourself you feel good for what you've done, and whatever you've done that made you feel good has made somebody else feel good. And like Forrest said, if something to do with if I can't, oh no, can't believe that's gone out of my head. But when you cross another path and you make somebody feel good when you cross somebody's path, something like that. I can't remember where it went. But just saying hello to someone could make somebody's day. Make them feel good, or just give them a compliment, or even if it's just like you like their shoes, like it could make them feel good for the rest of the day. And it's like, for me, that don't hurt. Like I don't see the harm that you can't say hello to someone. Doesn't matter, even if it's somebody on the street, who looks a bit worse for wear. Can't hurt to just say hello. And we need to feel good, because I think if we feel good, we're doing good stuff, and people are doing good stuff to us. And if we're feeling bad, then we're probably doing bad stuff, or people are doing bad stuff to us. So we need to feel good. It's also just about lessons. Everyone has to experience being broke. Well, yeah, I can agree with that, but I don't know if we can get everyone to experience being broke. But I think people just need to realize that we are all equal, whether you have money or not, whether you have nice houses, or whether you have nice looks, whether whatever it is, whatever you think you have that is better than someone else, it isn't. It isn't. We're all just human, and we need to just live, in that moment, in that time, in that feeling that I'm not better than no one, and nobody's better than me. Whatever they are, wherever they are, and we should be able to converse with anybody without fear that they will hate us because we're not of a certain level. Like, oh, I'm not going to speak to you, you never went to college. Oh, I'm not going to speak to you, you haven't took a degree. Oh, I'm not going to speak to you because whatever it is, oh, you didn't finish school, or it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, oh, your job's only worth 20,000, my job's worth 70,000. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because serious, probably corny, but what matters is here. That's what matters. That's what matters. What matters is here. Like, if we've all got a decent heart, then our lives will be great. Our lives will be great. Like, you will never have anybody stealing from you. You will never have anybody hurting you. You will never have anybody, driving like a maniac and cutting you up, and whatever it is. It will never happen, because their heart won't allow it. Like, if we all have a good heart, we won't allow hurting somebody else. Whatever it is, whatever happens in the world is all about this and some of this. But if you know yourself, and you know what would hurt you, and you wouldn't want that to happen to anyone, then that's good. That's good. What's wrong with that? That's good. But if you don't know yourself, and you don't give a shit about yourself, and you don't give a shit about anybody else, then what's that all about? And I understand, I'm not Freud, excuse me. I understand that people have, and I've been there, trust me. bad, horrible upbringings, childhood traumas, however you want to describe it. It's not good, but you don't have to lash out at the world for that. You just have to heal, like look inside and heal and get help, ask for help. Like, it's a horrible excuse that, well, I suffered, so you got to suffer. Or it didn't hurt me, look at me, I'm all right. But you're not. You're not. You're hurting other people. You're saying you're all right, you got through it and it didn't affect you. But yeah, it did. Because look what you're doing to other people. So that's how I see it. Q's for non-blondes, what's up? You'd think we would be going through a renaissance since we just got through a pandemic. But that's the veil, isn't it? Like, that's the fear that they put us in. That's the separation that they made, these different genders and all of that. It's like pulling people apart. Don't get together. Don't be nice to each other. You must hate them because they're a certain type of people, and you must hate these people because they're a certain type of people. And you can't like him because he's black, and you can't like them because she's a woman, and you can't like that person because he's gay. You can't like that person because she's a lesbian. You can't like that person because he's poly bloody doodah. And it's like everybody's separating into different flipping groups. It's worse than being at school. These boys on one side, girls the other. It's like, what? So that's what they tried to do. They tried to take away the hope, make us very fearful, whittle us down to, not many people with all of this, pandemic stuff and abortion and whatever else it is that they're trying to do. Drugs, killing whatever that drug is, killing all these people. It's like we're living in a world where people just try to kill people all the time. It's crazy. Wars. I don't get it. And I know it's only a small world, and if everybody lived, then maybe it'd be too small, but I doubt it. So we need to get back to, we need respect. We need to get that back. We need to teach our children to respect. If we carry on the way we're going, our children are just going to be YouTube stars, and we'll have no doctors, no nurses, no policemen, no firemen, nothing, because they don't want to be those things. They don't want to be those things. It's crazy. Like, who's going to run the world for us? Who's going to look after us? If these kids that are growing up now don't want to be a fireman, they don't want to be a policeman, they don't want to be a doctor, they don't want to be a nurse. It's like, wow, we're going to be stuffed. Well, I'm not going to be stuffed. I probably won't be here, but it's like, we need to, like Farah said, get them out into nature. Let children be children. Let them grow up. Let them, learn about life. They're watching so many things. They're watching more adult stuff than the adults. It's crazy. I see. We need to find treasure. Ooh, treasure. I don't know. We are. If I found you, Jeep, you're a treasure. I'm done. I'm happy. Like, we're all treasures. We're all God's treasure, that's for sure. We all need to edify each other. Edify. Here to help edify. I don't even know who Ed is. Who the heck is Ed? Where can I begin? Newman, his famous BLTs. Oh, bacon, lettuce and tomato sarnie. I think it's snowing. Yeah, it's snowed here, but hopefully the rain is going to come and melt it all. Oh, you won't be able to find the treasure in the snow, Richard. You just shot Jeep Girl down. She wants to find treasure and you say it's snowing. But he says you can't find it in snow. Question, what is your definition of joy? Well, If you want to talk about joy and happiness, both of those are in the Bible. So I suppose that's probably the best definition. Joy and happiness are in the Bible. So is please touch. So are all the other, half the other stuff that Forrest said. MJ, robots. Well, that's the definition of joy. How you doing, MJ? Hope your New Year's going well. Dish soap. Is that a definition of joy? Happy Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. No, it's Monday, Monday. What's the Sunday song? There is a Sunday song. Yes, I'm still in Sunday, just. It's the 5th. That's a good date. There was a birthday on the 3rd, actually, but nobody mentioned it. But there was a birthday on the 3rd. And nobody said nothing. We are getting hit now. Well, like this. Or like this. Oh, snow. He's also rock. If we all, do you think she'd show up in here? Well, Susie's never been my chat. I miss Susie, to be fair. I used to watch Susie all the time. But I'd be happy to see Susie in here. But I'd have to make sure that I didn't like sing or do anything, talk about music. But I've never seen Susie in here, which is, disheartening in a way, I suppose. MJ, I needs warm soul tonight. She blocked me. Zozo, I have no idea why Susie would block you. I've just said it. Like, you keep talking about music and everything. So yeah, I like Susie. I do like Susie. There's a few that I like. Well, I say there's a lot that I like. They probably don't like me, but there's a lot that I like. RR, good luck. Good luck? What, with Susie? Why, do you have inside information on FJ? Do we have to go, Susie Van Haven. Do we have to do that? We tried with Richard a while ago and that didn't work. Edify means build people up. JCB wants to know what joy means. Oh, edify means to build people up. Well, I'm trying to ascend. But then I'd feel like an architect. But joy is no different than indulgence or happiness or, joy may as well be the pot if happiness is the pot. I do. She didn't like me posting these songs. Smack that one and that one. 2 thumbs up. No worries. Songs by the VGs or the Bee Gees. What was Mario doing? What was I doing? We were trying to get Susie Van Haven to be in chat. So I was trying to manifest it. Trying to manifest Susie Van Haven. I'm practicing manifesting. I'm not doing too badly. Some people are telling me that I'm doing really well. Some of the events that have taken place, but yeah, trying to manifest Susie. Like I say, I can't remember her being in my chat ever. So that would be a miracle in itself. So actually, maybe we should try and do that. Get Susie to come in. That'd shock a few people. Susie Fenhaven, MJ. Trying to manifest Susie to be in chat. Where has Bear been? Colorado. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know Bear was on the scene, let alone where has he been. And he hasn't been to see the Queen, I don't think. That's a nursery rhyme, isn't it? Was it the Pussycat? Been to see the Queen. Has Bear been Colorado? But if anybody speaks to Bear, say hi. It'd be interesting if he did his take on There's Treasure Inside. Calling Susie Fenhaven. Yeah, I'm trying to manifest it, but it ain't working. Although, I suppose I could claim success because the name Susie Fenhaven is in chat since INFJ said about Susie Fenhaven. So, in effect, we have manifested Susie Fenhaven because her name is there. But, yeah, I agree with that. Maybe I give it a few minutes. I'm pretty good at waiting. Trust me. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's waiting. Patience. I've been playing that just lately, actually. The card game Patience. I'm pretty good. I didn't realise I was that good, but I'm pretty good. And it's something, I know there's some people that probably try and cheat, but it's something that you don't have to cheat at. Yeah, she's just lovely all over, and she looks Susie's. It's better to wait. It feels better. Well, some people would claim, yeah, that's 100% correct, because they say that when they want to go for a pee. So, well, if I just hold it a bit longer, it feels better when I go. So, okay, if that's that's what you want to do, it's like, well, just go if you want to go. Prolongs it. Well, so in the way of the chase, as I said already, if the chase ended in 2020, I wouldn't have been ready for the chase to end. I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I wouldn't have gone through, these things that I've gone through. So I wouldn't have been ready for the chase to end in 2020 or 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. 2025, I think, I'm probably at a point where I still have things to learn, but I'm ready, to take on board stuff. So, waiting has its rewards, but also, and Forrest did talk about waiting, or hurry up and wait, or, I don't know where I'm going, and, I've got to get there. So you get those rewards after you wait, but plus, in that interim of waiting, you build yourself, you build character, you build your strength, you build whatever it is, you have time to do that. So, the other day I was talking about being Rocky, where if you don't go through all that grueling training, if you don't go through all that, you're never ready to fight. You'll never be ready to fight. Actually, no, that's wrong. You're always ready to fight. You're ready to fight, but you're not equipped to fight. And that's the difference. Anybody could say, yeah, I'll fight you. And you go in the ring and they smack the heck out of you. Or you can go, yeah, I'll fight you. And you can train as hard as you must in order to have some sort of chance of winning. And that's pretty much where I was. Whilst I would have been happy for the chase to end in 2020, I wasn't ready. Like if Drago, that Russian, come up to me and says, I must break you, and I'd be like, yeah, okay. In 2020, I'll be like, okay. Yep, I agree, you will. But then now if he comes up and says, I must break you, then I'll just say, well, give it your best shot. Give it your best shot, because I know you wouldn't. Whereas in 2020, maybe you wouldn't. Oops. I don't know what the oops is for. Laugh out loud, laugh out loud. Now. What's now? Laugh out loud, laugh out loud. Don't know what that is. I've lost all of that. I don't know what none of that is. We have 500 more miles of snow left. 500 more miles? I mean, that's nearly as big as my country. 500 more miles of snow. God, I can't even, I can't even imagine that. Hang on. Yeah, it's probably as big as my country, roughly. So I would have to imagine that going from, I don't know, Southampton or Portsmouth or somewhere down there, Brighton, from Brighton up to Newcastle, probably, somewhere around there, full of snow. That's a long way. About 10 to 12 inches. I don't even know that. It's slow and steady. Oh, it's like the tortoise. Slow and steady wins the race. Or, uh-oh, there, that's confirmation. Slow and steady wins the race. Or lots of tortoise dressed up in different stages. And then the rabbit runs along and goes, bloody hell, how did you get there? And then later on, there's another tortoise. Like, how did you get there? You have a lot of snow. Tortoise speed. Yeah. Or turtle. Turtle power. Yeah, not quite horsepower, is it? Turtle power. Or Artemis power, or whatever it is. Or even Minerva power. By morning, I'll be an Eskimo. That should have been. Yeah, excuse me. By morning, I'll be an Eskimo. Igloo L. Igloo L. So laugh out loud. Igloo L. How would that? Yeah, that'd be right. Igloo L. Igloo L. Igloo L. Laugh out loud. Going to build an igloo and call it paradise. Woohoo! The Jews know a lot about waiting 10 years. I shouldn't laugh. But it is what it is. So in 15 days, you'll have another president, a new president. Like this shape-shifting Biden, this snake. What the heck is going on? I don't know. I don't. I wonder what's going on. I'm praying that. Well, I'm asking. I'm not praying. I'm almost demanding that these 1,000 what do they call them, terrorists that managed to sneak into America while it was his watch are found before they do anything. Not because I'm an American, you know. If they're doing it over here, then I'd pray the same. But all of them around the world, these terrorists, they need to be stopped. And I just find it hard to believe that we live in a world where a man in power who takes an oath to look after those people just has no sympathy or empathy or anything. But he'll get his. He'll get his. What do you say? A new dawn. A new dawn. Don't freeze your butt off. Oh, butt is an important word. MJ, it's going to be cold as well. A few days of it. Oh man, I couldn't do that. The other day, the sun was shining, birds were singing, and I thought I'm going to go out and mow the lawn. Like we're in winter now, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to go and mow the lawn because we've had a winter where it's just rain, 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 and the grass is growing. Not a winter, an autumn where it's rain, 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 and the grass is growing. It's supposed to be cold. And then as soon as I say that, it snows. It's like crazy, crazy. Like it's so everything's just moss here. It's just moss. It's green and it's moss. Like moss is growing everywhere. Like it's like I don't know. We're in the jungle. It's just like the rainforest or something. It's crazy how everything's so green. Like moss is growing everywhere. Like it's been left to the elements, but it hasn't. It's true, Mario. It's true. It's true. I don't know what's true, but it's true. Call Susie Van Haven. Um, it's not working. I'll try to summon her too. Tutu. I'll try to summon her too. Me too. I'm not a tutu, but a me too. Oh, thanks everyone. This is good. This is cool. Everybody working together for one purpose. Very good. Lee, it sounds like the world's going to end. No, it sounds like the world is going to get like hippified. It sounds like we're going back to Woodstock and all that. That's what it sounds like. I don't know if it's going to be that bad or that good. I don't know. Like I never did a Woodstock thing, so I don't know. Well, obviously because I'm in England, that'd be one reason. But I'm not old enough to do the Woodstock. But there must have been good vibes. The only thing with that is I don't want it to be a world of love through drugs. That's pointless. It has to be a frequency thing. Even though you probably get the frequency by having the drug, but I mean an actual, frequency evolution. I'm working on a potion, trying to figure which way to stir, left or right. Oh, that reminds me of a riddle and a down is up and an up is down. I'll flash her a Jeep grill symbol. She has a Jeep too. A Jeep grill or a Jeep girl? Jeep grill symbol. She has a Jeep too. Oh, that. Oh, I see. Yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Which flag's that? It's not Scotland. It's. Oh, I can't even remember. Not Denmark. Not Sweden. It's. I don't know. Don't know if it is flag. Operator 5705. There's no reply. I keep calling. Or do you keep me hanging on the line? What's happened to Steve.com? Nothing's moved. We must have upset people. Ring, ring. Oh, there's a bell ringing. That's for sure. There is a bell ringing. Right, of course. Don't forget to include the Southern Hemisphere's opposite flow. So, the thrill of the chase has taught many people a lesson, or lessons, many people lessons. And we have Major Fastback fan to thank for that. And brought, a load of people together. In different ways for different reasons, but still brought people together. Moving forward, I'm being told that you have to leave people behind because your life's going to change, things going to happen. You need to be in this sort of, mindset or whatever. Crazy. The Coriolis effect. Left. He's talking about it going down the wrong way or the right way. Anti-clockwise. Do we go down anti-clockwise and you go down clockwise? I was talking to somebody the other day and I was saying, like, the earth wobbles, and they're like, no, it doesn't. I was like, of course it does. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It just goes round. I said, no, it doesn't just go round. It goes forward and backwards as well, as it sort of like goes like that. But it's like, no, it doesn't. So, of course it does, because how would you get summer and winter if it didn't? Like, if it was always the same, then the equator, even though it is the hottest place, would always be the same temperature because it's so far away from the sun. Here's the sun. Here's the sun. Here's the sun. No, here's the sun. I don't know which way my hand is. My hand's the wrong way around. Here's the sun. Here's the earth. And if it was always the same, just spinning round, it would get the same heat. But it sort of goes like that. So it gets hotter and colder. So when it goes nearer to the sun, it gets warmer. When it gets further away from the sun, it gets colder. And it's like, no. It's like, well, how does it get light and dark then? Because the sun would always be in the same place, the earth would always be in the same place, and it would just be daytime. So, well, when it spins, it gets dark because the earth's the other way round. But I'm on about the length of the day. Well, if it spins at the same speed all the time, it should always be the same 12 hours, 12 hours. It doesn't do 12 hours, 12 hours. So at some point, the top part of the earth is away from the sun, doesn't get it. And the bottom part of the earth does. So that's why Davey's getting summer and we're getting cold. Because he's nearer to the sun now. No, yes. No. Yeah, we're in winter, he's in summer. So he's nearer to the sun. So he's getting warmer. Then when the earth goes the other way, he'll get away from the sun and he'll get cold and we'll get warmer. That's how I see it anyway. So do you like my scientific knowledge? It's great, isn't it? I don't know much, but I know I love you. The chimney. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chimney. The vortex of relief. If you dug a hole through the earth, at what point would you be digging up? You'd be digging up from the very, very start, Davey. Digging down, but digging up. And we'd be forever digging down until we came out. And when we're coming out, we'll be sort of like poking up like that. And then it'll just fall in on us. It's like, oh, sunlight. So our point of digging up would be just before we break through at the bottom. It's like you feel like you're digging down, but then you dig down and there's sunlight. It's like, hang on, I'm digging down and there's sunlight. Oh, I'm going to fall through the earth. Oh, that's weird. That's too crazy to think about. So if you're in America, you'll be digging down like this, won't you? So that means when you get to the bottom, you just fall out the hole that you've dug. Like you'll be digging down, 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 down. Then you break through in Australia and you just fall through. That's weird. That's crazy weird. I'm gonna have to think about that more. You're digging down, you dig down into the earth, and then here's Australia. So you're digging down into Australia, and then when you get to the earth in Australia and you dig through, but when you dig through, the earth will fall back in on you. But you're digging, so the earth should fall back in on you, and you don't fall out through the hole. That's weird. I don't like that thought. Thanks for that, Davey. Just give me a head trip. Wow. Seasick. Okay, Mulligan. Oops, our secret. It's called antipodal. Post the Aaron Rodgers grief, laugh out loud. Some spots in Colorado are antipodal to St. Paul Islands. How deep is the hole? But that is crazy. You have to admit that's crazy. Like digging down to Australia. When you get to Australia, you're digging up. So the earth is going to fall back in on you. That's crazy. You feel like you're digging down. But then when the earth falls away, you should just fall out through the hole. That's crazy. Dave, you just ruined my head there. If you dig down, when you get to the bottom and you're still digging down, but you're actually digging up because you're digging down. But you're actually digging up because you're going to have to come out of the hole and go up. But you're digging down, then when there's no earth beneath you, you should fall through the hole. God, that's doing my head in that. Mostly there is water on the other side, but don't make the alligator mad. I'll give up. Never give up. No retreat, no surrender. Never give up. Never give up. I think that's what Forrest was telling us. Never give up. Metal and resolve. Never give up. Yeah, never give up. There's always, always another door opening. Or portal. Depending which way you look at it. So I see A Gypsy's Kiss is back. I haven't seen anything yet, but I know they're back. Which, is good news, I suppose. So they're doing TTI. Has anybody watched Gypsy's Kiss yet? Don't see any answers. So probably not. Probably not. But that's interesting that they've come back. And I think it's a good thing. I did. It was strange. Oh, thanks, MJ. In what? Seeing them again? Well, they're married now, so that would be strange. Like Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. Eunice. Yeah, that is good. The AI is freaky. What AI? They do AI, do they? Oh, is that giving answers to the questions? Yeah, I'll have to watch them, I suppose. I'll have to watch. I mean, yeah, I suppose I'll have to watch them. I don't know what you mean by it's freaky. I don't know why my camera keeps jumping, flicking. I'm not sure why that does that. Probably hacked. Everybody else has been hacked, so I'll probably see it. No, I haven't seen it. I saw that they were about. Excuse me. I saw that they were about, but I haven't seen. I haven't watched it. I'm trying not to. What am I trying not to? Try not to. Get heavily involved in, you know, the. So the way I see it, whenever I'm trying to work on something, I don't really want to pollute the information that I get with other people's ideas. Because then I lose track of where I am. It's pretty cool. They need better content before, even more so now. What do you mean? It was the thrill of the chase before. How is it better content? You don't get better content than the thrill of the chase. Well, I think the content is good. Like, there is a lot to talk about. Or are you saying their ideas are not very good? What are you talking about? Are you saying they need better ideas about the content that they've got? The content itself is amazing. Like, the thrill of the chase, or there's treasure inside, 5 boxes of treasure hidden around. Who saw Frank's video about the fraud? John Connors Black's a fraud. It's like, oh man, just I get why people do stuff. There's a rock. The content was beautiful. There you go. The content was beautiful. Are you just talking about Shelley, or are you actually talking about the content? Like, was it just Shelley, or was Toby there? Boring. Phone calls were cool, but that got old too. Hey Red, how you doing? AGK totally works for the Chase Inc. No question. Oh, there you go. Red's confident in that statement. Yep, RE. Have you been in before, Red? I've seen RE before. Was sorry if you were in Red and I didn't say hi. I feel guilty now. Guilty until proven innocent. I'm talking about Forrest Fenn. Oh, so they work for Chase Inc., you reckon? He's beautiful. Who's he? Toby's beautiful. I'm not sure who you're saying is beautiful. AGK totally works for Chase Inc. No question. Yes, Happy New Year. Hope it's going well for you. Thank you for popping in. I think of those Pop-Tarts when you said that. I don't know why. Not that I've ever had any of those Pop-Tarts. Like, I've heard about them. I've never actually had one. I don't know what a pop. I know what it is, but I don't know what one is to taste like. So, works for Chase Inc. Because, why would you say that? And is there a Chase Inc.? Like, excuse me. Chase LLC or. So, I'm not sure who you mean by Chase Inc. Are you talking about the good a good thrill of the chase company, or you're talking about these narrative people? Yeah, I think Forrest made the thrill of the chase. I think if Forrest was doing There's Treasure Inside, it would be just as good. So Forrest said he was the best schmoozer. No offense, John Collins, but I'm not sure that you're the best schmoozer. And therefore, like, even if Forrest was playing a role, he played it so well. And John Collins doesn't play it as well. So there's an air of, like, you don't engage. You don't engage. Just don't. It doesn't draw you in like Forrest did. So there needs to be, if John wants to draw people in, he needs to engage. He needs to engage. He needs to engage with people. So he needs to do the interviews as Forrest Fenn did those interviews. Not just the Moby Dickens, but the one with Childs and Douglas Preston, or with Shiloh, whatever. Those sort of. I'm going to tell you something, but I'm not really going to tell you anything. Those sort of interviews, and then I don't know if he has one. He obviously has one, I suppose. Well, I don't know if Dale was a good friend until he became a good friend. I don't know how that worked, but then he needs somebody like that. To make you feel closer, to like, I don't think anybody's seen him as a approachable person who has friends and welcomes interaction with people. Whereas Forrest used to interact with Cynthia and Dale and those sort of people, so it was like, then Capo and those people. It made you feel like there was a closeness. But John Collins just is always on his own. Whenever you see him, he's on his own, doing his own thing, and that's what will like distance it. That's just my thought. I don't know. I'm not an expert on these things. I don't know. CIA. Uh-oh. Yep. That was a gimme. Hi, folks. Hey, Five. How are you doing? How did the second treasure hunt come to be important? Why would you say it was a failed hunt and with a shady extension to the promise? Well, I wouldn't say. That's a question. Firstly, second treasure hunt. Then important on the back of a failed hunt. But not agreeing with any of that. With a shady extension to the promise. It's not bad. It's just different. Different. They got lots of dollars. That's how. About the moolah. But it'd be the same with anything, though, wouldn't it? Like if you were betting on the races, and there was a dodgy outcome to one of the races and you lost on the bet, you'd still bet on the next race. You know what I mean? Like racing wouldn't stop you wouldn't stop betting just because you had a bad, experience. You keep betting and just hold that in the back of your mind. Total failure, made up finder, fake sale. Our mind so far gone that they double or nothing on this. Some people simply can't BS themselves forever. Well, I'm of the opinion that there is a divine timing to the thrill of the chase, and it's not too far away. So, I don't know. They, being Treasure Hunt Inc., formerly known as Chase Inc. Hey, Richard, it's good to see you. You can see Richard? Wow, I can't see Richard. It is just different, although it's the same, but different. It amazes me that so many people have already got like souls. Even though John said, I'll give you a clue in 7 or 8 years or whatever he said. If you're stuck. It's like, well, I mean that smacks of somebody that says nobody's gonna solve this in a month or 2 months or 6 months or a year. So in 7 or 8 years I'll give you a clue. Flipping heck. He's basically saying like this ain't gonna get solved. I know it's not gonna get solved, but if you really are suffering after so many years, then I'll help you out. Why did they steamroll the chase? Something they're running from. I don't think the chase is the issue. I think some people in the chase are the issue. JCB did hide the jar in a chest. Ah, I like this lady. You are an emotion wizard. Ah, emotion. I second that emotion. Yeah, this brave thing is. I'm not cut out for the brave thing. I don't think, because I think I cry more tears than anyone. Yeah, some of it's about myself. Finding out about myself, and some of it's about finding out about other people. If I found it, I would share with you guys. Woohoo! G-Girl. Sorted. I always knew I liked you. Yeah, and that was, how I was when I was in the chase. I still am. I still want, I still want to share, but there's a lot more than just, $1 million, and there's a lot more people that can benefit. So, but I appreciate that, Jeep Girl. It has been, logged. Should I win a couple of dollars? Doug Preston and friends are behind it all, methinks. Doug Preston and friends are behind it all, methinks. That would depend on what it all is. How did people end up grabbing straw and banners when firewood was needed? Well, I don't know if they grabbed that straw. I think they grabbed bananas and they didn't realise it. So they thought, oh, hang on, they thought they found a money tree, but they didn't. So I don't even want to think about this, but somebody might lose an arm if they don't let go. If they don't let go, they're trying to grab a banana while the train's going past and they don't want to let go. That's basically it. Grab every banana. No! Let go. It's not yours. But they can't let go. Can't let go. No. Cow is behind it. I said this before. It was obvious. Well, I don't know about Mike being behind it, but somebody might be behind it. I'll hide the chest. Maybe Teresa. Maybe she's behind it. Or a judge. Or a police person. Or an estate agent. Maybe those people. Maybe. Or someone else. I'll hide the chest under the bed for 30 days first. Yeah, so, or a sword under your bed for 30 days. Yeah, there's lots to think about. I found the place where the chase hunt put an X on the map. Went there on the morning of 6th of June 20. That has messed me up for 5 years now. Uh-oh. 5 years? Oh, because we're in 2025. I found a place where the chase hunt put an X on the map. So you believe that you found where the X was on the map. You went there on the morning of the 6th of June 2020, but it was already found. Or you gave some information and they said you found it, but they haven't told you what the answer is. I hear ya. Did you have fun though? Fun though. Uh-oh. Who's that to? Red. Over it now though. All good in the hood. Do another video. Who's that to? Do another video. I can't wait to see Lulu's. I think she should do a reading. Do a public reading. I'm sending out hearts. I tried to send out love, but I don't think these hearts work. Do you have to do something specific to them to send out love? No, they don't seem to work. Do another video. Chase was the best time ever. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like, I came into the chase, then sent Farsi email saying, basically I'm done. I'm happy with everything. And the chase was a great place. And then, like, not long after that, not long at all after that, it was found. And, the wheels came off and the shit hit the fan. And so what the fuck is going through people's heads here? So I tried to tell them that everything was okay. Then some guiding information came along, which led to, information being given. And then the person that did that disappeared with the information that was given. Hardest to be seen of again. And it's like all of this bull came out. It's like, what the heck? Why has the chase turned into this compared to what it was? Like, why has it turned into this bull? What? And I was like trying to read the script. Well, not trying to read the script, reading the script about this bull. And these people, you know, sad people that thought I didn't know. That I don't know what they thought. I know if they thought, I don't know what they thought. I really don't. Like, I just don't know what they thought. Like, you think you've got away with it? I just don't know. I really don't know what they thought. It's like, how can I explain it? Someone comes up to you and says, "Can I borrow the keys to your house?" And you go, "Yeah, okay." And you give them the keys to the house, and you get home and all your furniture's gone. It's like, I wonder who did that. It's what? You're not going to notice that all the furniture's gone. Like, it's obvious what's just happened. You give them the keys to the house and they're taking all your furniture. But you're not allowed to say anything because somebody has a plan regarding the furniture that they took and regarding these people. So you have to be quiet and let, them sell your furniture and then come back and get your TV and then come back and get your records and then come back and get your washing machine and then come back and get this and then come back and get that. And then deciding at some point you might notice. So what we're going to do if he notices that we've taken all his stuff while he's still living in the house. So they don't like you and they start to do bad things towards you. And it's like, I don't know, crazy. Let me guess. AGK is pushing TTI. Tell you what, Five, you smart you are. How did you know that? I'd like to hear might as well your others ones here. Good. Where good? Were good. There's an extra H there. Take that H away. You know what's wild? Well, bears are wild. AI is now acting stupid about the soul. I wonder how big. Yeah. Well, I did try to tell you, Five, but you wouldn't listen. It's big. It's like really big. Like really big. Really big. Well, free AI is. I have yet to subscribe to a real one. You don't need AI, you just need the poem. The end of the chase kind of felt like a rigged carnival game, though. Yeah, but it's not what. This is not the end of the chase. The end of the chase hasn't happened yet. These people that did this rigging, maybe, but the end of the chase hasn't happened. Carnival, sad letdown, but that's how things go sometimes. Still was a epic hunt. Still is an epic hunt. It still is. How is an unanswered epic? What's epic? FF is known as a fraud. Yeah, only in small circles. But in the big picture, he was pushed into a place that he had to be in because this was big. These people, you know who they are, who shall remain nameless, because they're scared that things are known, but they will be known anyway. And I'm not going to say nothing, but I know. and it will come out and people will know. And, I'm not, I'm just not bothered. It is what it is. Retracted. Epic up until the Jacks do false BS spin we were lied to about. Call it a good mess. I'm not watching AGK. Barely heard their back. And apparently, I guessed accurately, they pushed TTI. Yes, they pushed TTI. Come on, man, says Biden. I'm normally a clown in certain circles. How am I the one that sees it? Hey, Amy, how you doing? Hope all is good in your world. And not, full of weird, crazy people. Because the world is full of them. Don't know where they all come from. I really don't. Now, somebody was talking to me the other day, telling me about the news. I'm like, and they're asking me like what I thought. I'm like, I don't even know nothing about it. So what do you mean you don't know nothing about it? I don't watch the news. I don't even watch telly. I haven't watched telly for ages. So I don't watch the news. I don't even know. I don't even look at the weather. Like people tell me. It's like people say, "Oh, it's going to snow." Like, is it? Why haven't you looked at the weather? No. Half the time it's wrong anyway. Most of the news is just bullshit, not even real. Just an agenda that they push, and it's like, and I think that's why I am who I am, because this veil that Forrest probably talked about, I wasn't blinded by it. I didn't fall into that trap. The only reason I took the COVID jab was because, my family fell into it and they were like, well, you can't see the kids if you don't have a jab. What? You can't see your grandkids if you don't have a jab. What if you get COVID? Blah, 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 blah. So what? And the kids were the least, going to be the least affected. So I wouldn't have had it, but I had the shot because it's not, well, that's a bit of blackmail, but what can you do? But that's how it was around the world. You can't go shopping and you can't do this and you can't do that if you don't have it. And that would be the same with the, mark of the beast. You can't do this and you can't do that. You have to conform. That's scary, that is. That really is scary. Like, all that'll do is just make people go off grid and, make their own food and have their own animals and go back to, how it used to be. Excuse me, if that's what they're trying to do. You can't get a job and you can't do this and you can't do that. Which is like that film, I don't know what it's called, I'm not even going to say, but had like the numbers on your arm and you're like, and that's how long you had to live with that number. It's like, oh God, that's terrible. Non-conformist, says Redneck Express. Yes. And that's probably the best way. If you went from, well, it was always like that, but it probably got worse from 2000 onwards, Queen, hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. I'm still catching up. Why, are we running anywhere? I didn't realise we were running somewhere. You're not catching up, Queen. You're doing all right. All of America ended up in a Chase-like shit show. That's what I've been saying. Exactly what I've been saying. Nothing is as it seems. Like the shit show that we're in, it's not real. It's just meant to fuck us over. It's not real. So yeah, all of the world, 5, not just America, all of the world is in a shit show. Like, I hear people talk about, the immigrants and stuff like that. and they talk about the refugees, and I'm thinking that stopped ages ago. They're not refugees. What are you talking about? Like, you're still feeling sorry for these people that are coming into the country because they're refugees out of prison and out of mental asylums, and they're not being persecuted by their country. They're being told to fuck off from our country because you're just a burden to us. We don't want to pay for you to be in jail. You can be somebody else's problem. There you go. Now their country's great. Like, they've got no crime or nothing because they've sent everybody out to another country. They're not refugees. It's crazy that people still believe it. Oh, we have a responsibility to these refugees. It's bullshit. It's like the world is going through a shit show. You've got all these people, Black Lives Matter and blah, 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 LGBTQ, whatever. And it's like, what are you doing? This is crazy. The world is trying to push crap on everybody, and they're all accepting it. He, she, them, they, I want to be known as this, that, and the other. Shut up. What the heck are you talking about? Shut up. The whole country was trying to separate everybody into little groups and fighting each other. So what are you doing? This is crazy. And that's what the chase is, fighting over the soul and fighting over this and fighting over that. And it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. It's like, what? So, the light needs to be shed. The truth needs to be known. And that's, the chase is like life, which is what I've been saying. It's just, nothing is as it seems. And you need to see what it really is. You need to see beyond the veil. You need to just go, what the fuck is going on? Shut it quick. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck is going on behind there? The Wizard of Oz type thing. It's like, what? It's all an illusion. This isn't real. You baskets. You've got all this information. You've got all this hidden information that could benefit us. And you've kept it to yourself and you've made us feel like shit. What the fuck are you doing? So, it's time that people know. No, politics. You suck. No offense there, Mario. No, it's not politics. I'm talking about the whole world. I'm not talking about one place. Talk about the whole world. It's crazy because nothing is as it seems. You're led to believe a whole load of bullshit. And it's not about politics. It's agendas. It's not about politics. It's about elite. It's about Masons, about Illuminati, about whatever. These people, they don't give a fuck about no one but themselves. And, it's time it stopped. AI is everywhere. One big, gigantic mindfuck. Yeah, and it's only that if you want, if you stay asleep, if you let it just, convince you, or you just don't want to fight against it. Oh, well, that's it. That's what it is. That's what it is. I would get people at work telling me that, you've got to do this and you've got to do that. I'm like, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I haven't got to call you this, that, and the other. I haven't got to say my pronoun. I haven't got to do any of those things. I haven't got to. Yeah, but what? Yeah, but what? You get in trouble. What for? I don't care. You know what I mean? My view is, if you have a need for those things, great. Have a need for those things. I don't have a need for those things. And it doesn't matter what you say, what you threaten me with. I don't care. Not going to change the way that I think just because you threaten me with bullshit. It don't happen. AI will still provide. I'll tell us Chase answers. I love that Google's new quantum chip called Willow. Oh, Willow. And AI uses benchmarks. The Matrix. Well, that's what we're in, the Matrix. And the puppet masters thought they could pull the strings, but what they didn't realize is got scissors. You have scissors, and we just go, and the strings break, and they're up there going, "Why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? They're not moving." Pulls back the curtain. See beyond the BS. The world is feeding you. So we're all connected. Like, if you think about it, we're like wireless receivers, but we don't know how to use the frequency or the wireless or anything. But we're all connected. The whole universe is connected. Everything is connected. The plants, the animals, the trees, us, the universe, the multiverse, space-time continuum, whatever, all those things that you don't know about or want to imagine or can imagine. It's all connected. It's all created. It's all scientific. Like, people talk about religion and God, but it's God is science. Everything can be explained. And when we get further and further into the future, we'll be able to explain what we couldn't explain today, like we couldn't explain 2,000 years ago. We couldn't explain people like Merlin and that. Those sort of things will be understandable. And our history will be different because it was different. Like, these people that made these things and did these things, the pyramids and stuff like that, there's a way of doing stuff. And, the bull that we were told was not, like, it's impossible. I've said it in my videos. It's impossible to make the pyramids the way that we were told they made the pyramids. It's impossible. It'd be like counting every flipping grain of sand in the whole world. It's impossible to do that task that you're talking about in the way that they say they did it. It's impossible. Like, it's not going to happen. It's just not, it never happened that way. So you have to think, well, how did it happen then? How did it happen? If it didn't happen with these thousands and thousands of men with all of this rope and these oxen and all of these things pushing a 40-ton block into place, let's just nudge it over 3 inches. Well, shut up. It didn't happen like that. Dragging it up a ramp. Yeah, okay. Oh, right. So it's like, you just have to question, what if? What if what they said was bullshit? What if it didn't take, 1,000 men and 60 ox to move a slab of stone up a ramp and then slide it into place? It's like, shut up. Just unreal. Shut up. Google GCP. Oh, I rock. Cool. Thanks, Red. I'm watching a man called Otto talk about a sad story. Oh, I wonder if it's Otto Magis, whatever his name is. There are a lot of sad stories, but some sad stories are sad because of people being unfortunate, and some sad stories are really happy because somebody's getting what they deserve. So it depends how you look at it. Hyle had to run out back. Yeah, still on, but not for much longer. Oh, it's 1:45. I didn't realize it went that quick. Yes, I'm on the 6th. 6 is a good day as well. How existent is a conspiracy against the middle class attaining wealth? Does it reach into the chase? Well, I think most of this BS is about getting the poorer people something, and by poorer people I mean of a colour. That was the plan. I don't know how the middle class fit into that, because they were trying to elevate the middle class, they said, which is making them upper class, which means it will go from poverty, homeless, poverty, poor. Those people don't exist. It's just going to be upper class, rich, really rich, super well off, blah 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 blah. So what about the other people? Try to pay attention to more positive stuff, not negative. It helps. Yes, it does. But if you ignore the negative stuff, those people won't get any help. Native American story of two wolves. Yes, remember that? Well, hang on. Was it two wolves? Is this the one that says like evil, good? Like which one is better? And the one that you feed most will be better. I don't think that's the one, is it? That must be something inside. Is it two wolves, coyotes, or something? Talk about the bad one and the good one. It says, well, which one will I be? It's like whichever one you feed the most will be who you are, which is good. So I try to feed myself with more good than bad. So therefore, don't get me wrong, there's still bad in there. You can't, you're not 100% good, and that's for everyone, unless Jesus, I suppose. But hi, Jody. I made enchilada. Oh, that sounds good. Global Consciousness Project. Yes. Talk about energy beams and all that sort of stuff. And the caps they wear to go astral traveling and all that sort of doodah. They're in for a shock. Someone in the chase is getting upcoming, Mario. Yes, someone in the chase is getting upcoming. Or ascending even. Or moving up. Moving on, or even moving. Forrest did say something about moving to Santa Fe, but that didn't happen, did it? Because some people got in the way. If you're paying any attention to Kal-Azar's hunt, you're on a hell ride. Kal-Azar's hunt? I didn't even know they had a hunt. I thought they had a hunt and it's finished. Is it still going? Ooh. Be a simple kind of man. Well, Red, they know I'm simple. I am as simple as you get. Yes, whichever one you feed. That's it. Whichever one you feed. And some people have been feeding the wrong one and they are, well, about to let it starve. They don't know it yet, but they will. Appreciation, approval, admiration, and attention. I wonder what that means. I have just learned in myself to be positive. If I do, then good things happen. If I'm negative or gratitude, I get bad karma. So the thing is, thanks for that. So it should work like this. If you've got kids and you're saying like, my kids will never amount to anything, or my husband doesn't help me, or if you keep saying all those bad things, then that's how your life will be. Your kids won't amount to anything, and your husband or your wife won't help you when you need it, because you're putting that into the universe saying, I have a shit life and everything's going bad for me. Don't listen to what I'm saying, I'm just talking. So, and those things happen because that's what you're manifesting, that's what you're making happen. But if you spend more of your time saying how good your life is, praising those things, praising the universe for giving you good things, then you'll get more and more good things. So it's all about what you're saying or thinking. Imagination is more important than knowledge. If you can imagine the best of the best and believe that the best of the best is yours because you imagined it, then you'll get it. And if you need help and you ask for help and believe that help will come, you'll get it. That's it. That's how the universe works. That's what praying is. Praying is that contact between you and the universe, or you and God, or however you want to define it. And that comes from words. So all of your words, whether you're thinking them or speaking them, are your abundance. If you want to live in abundance, you have you have to say that you're living in abundance, and you have to be grateful for living in the abundance, and that the abundance will come. Maybe not tomorrow, or but it will come. But if you keep saying how bad your life is and how bad your life is going to be, then your life will be bad. That's just the way that it is. That's how it works. So, and that's the mindset that these people, want us to be in. Oh, my life is terrible. What am I going to do? Attention to the less fortunate. Give us a clue. Oh, that's a program, isn't it? Give us a clue. Cow's Hunt is TTI. Oh, right. Yeah, but, like I've said, why is everybody giving them the information? Because they're not giving you all the information back. To me, that just sounds like, I would never do that. If I was getting information off people, I wouldn't even enter the hunt. It's like they're sitting there with all this information and working it all out, and it's come from all over the place. And if there was 10 important pieces to find one chest, that could have come from 100 different people, and you get 10 important pieces. You put them all together, and one person, Caldazars or Capo, finds it and goes, "This is it. We've got all the information we need off all these different people, and now we're going to go out and get a chest." That's crazy. I don't know. I'm not saying. Well, I am saying yes. I just think it's wrong. It's wrong that you would put yourself in that position where you have people telling you information, even though you're going to go out and get the chest if the information they give you is correct and you want to follow it. It's just crazy. You manifest the you. That's to Jeep Girl. And that's the way of the world. That's how it works. Attitude of gratitude. Absolutely, 100%. You have to have the attitude of gratitude. So for me, that basically means I asked for it, it's mine. Thank you. I asked for it, it's mine. Thank you. As you've asked it, you've already received it, and you're thankful that you received it, even though you haven't seen it, even though it's not there. You know that it will be there, so you're thankful because it's already been given to you. And then time plays out, and there it is. That thing that you asked for turns up. Someone should have told Jesus to be positive. Well, so this is crazy. I keep saying the same things. Jesus knew he was going to die. He was positive. Like, he didn't die because he didn't know anything. Or, he didn't understand the world, or he wasn't sure what was going on, or he thought someone was going to save him. He died for our sins. That's the whole point of it. But the way people read the Bible is incorrect. He died for our sins. He knew he was going to die. He knew it. He told so-and-so he's going to deny him. He knew Judas was going to betray him. He knew he was going to die on the cross. He knew it. He was supposed to do it because he was dying for us. The sins that we commit today, that's why he died when he died. So I don't know where people get this idea that, oh, why is he asking his father to, why have you forsaken me? He wasn't. He is the Father. He's the Son, the Father, and the Holy Ghost. He's all of them. And he wasn't saying, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? He is us. We are on that cross, all of us. That's where we should have been. But he was there for us, for our sins. The sins that we commit now, that's why he died then. And that's us asking him now, like, Father, why have you forsaken me? Why are you not here walking the earth where you should be, alongside me, helping me, caring for me? Let me be able to speak to you. Let me be able to hear you. He knew he was going to die. There's no point. There's nothing for him to ask that question. There's no reason for him to ask that question. He's asking that question for us throughout the ages, when we need him most. when we're begging because our lives flipping useless, and he's not here. And he's not here. Why is he not here? Father, why have you forsaken me? The answer is because you're sinning fuckers. You're all sinners. And I had to die for you. That's why I'm not here. That's why I've forsaken you. I died for you. You're all sinners, and I died for you. There's your answer. That's why he had to ask it. That's what the prophecy was, the prophetic word, whatever it was, that he had to say those words. Father, why hast thou forsaken me? He's not asking his Father. It's us asking him because he is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And we're asking him, we need you. Where are you? Where are you when we need you? And if you don't know the answer to it, then there's something wrong. The answer is, I died for you. That's where I am. I died for you. For those sins that you committed. For the pain and anguish that you go through. That's why I'm not here. Because I died for you. There's your answer. Father, why hast thou forsaken me? He's telling the answer. Because there I was on the cross for you. For every sin that you have all done. Now I'm not with you. There's your answer. And people are, oh, but, no buts. He knew he was dying. That's why he was going there. It was the plan. There is no Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Not from him. He is the Father. And he forsook us. He died on the cross. And we don't see him. We don't hear it. Well, some do, but most don't. I used to have the attitude to who cares? But what's TTI Leaf? I never watched. There's treasure inside the hunt. My mum, bless her heart, used to say, be careful what, exactly, it's 100%. Be careful what you wish for, because so the universe is going to give you everything you want. And sometimes you make the wrong decision, not the wrong decision. You say something that you don't really mean, or you don't really, and it comes true because the universe heard you. And you said it in such a way that you wanted it to happen. You really believed it would happen, and it happened. And you're like, oh, I didn't want that. Yeah, and that was the whole point. Thanks, Red. But that's the whole point of the chase. I was trying to find out the truth. I was trying to understand what the poem was about. I was trying, when I found out the truth, I was like, oh, sugar. What? What? Which is why, Forrest said, don't trust anyone, not even me. Which is why, even if you solved it, you couldn't tell Forrest. And, that's what he said. It's imperative that nobody knew. Because, it's a grander or divine, plan or whatever, antagonistic to freedom. But thanks, Red. Gospel of, that word. Jesus chose Judas to do the deed of honor. So, it was all set up for that to happen. There was no surprise when he went to his death. He went to his death, and that's it. Even though he rose again, but it was a symbolic thing that had to happen. He had to say those words because it carries with us all the way through, the generations. Now we all ask the same question: Father, where are you? Why have you forsaken me? Why am I in this shit? You're in the shit because you asked for it. You're in the shit because you put yourself there by, speaking bad things. If said Father forsook, then doesn't seem like he wanted to die on the cross. No, that's exactly what I just said, 5. He is the Father. We are on the cross. We're supposed to be on the cross. Our sins entitle us to be on the cross. Sinners get crucified. He went there for us. He died there for us so we could sin. Not so we could sin, but when we do sin, he's already died for us. And that forgives our sins. That forgives our sins because he died for our sins. He took our place on that cross. He is the Father. We're saying to him, on that cross, Father, why have you forsaken me? Because I'm sinning now, I know why he's forsaken me, because he died on the cross for the sin that I've sinned now. And I'm asking him the question why he's forsaken me. I know why he forsakes me. I know why he's not here. He died on the cross for me, so I could sin now. Not that I should sin, but if I have sinned, he died on the cross because of it. He is the Father. He's not asking no one. We're asking him. That's us on the cross. We should be on that cross. For all of our sins, for our punishment, that's us there. But he did it for us. Yeah, sorry. I have a few cuss words. People don't think that I'm, as I said, the devil sits here with me. He goes everywhere I go. And God is here, and I'm in the middle. And I walk a fine line, a little path that says, God hide me. Somebody said, I don't want to say a name because I don't want people going onto a site and, say bad things, but who's going to fire me? God hide me. Who's going to fire me? You know what I mean? No one. No one can touch me. If God's my employer, it's all good. But I walk with this bloke here. He loves me as well. I love him. He's not a bad person. He just tempts you. He just tempts you. He hasn't killed anyone. He hasn't done anything bad. But you make him out to be a bad person, devil, Satan, whatever you want to call him, because it eases your mind. Makes you feel better yourself. Well, the devil made me do it. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Just say no. Just say no. The devil didn't make you do it. But when you did something good, you don't go, oh, God made me do that. God made me do it. Sorry. So God hired me. The devil's on my side. I've been to hell. We've had a chat. I followed Dante out. Devil came with me. You know what I mean? He likes the light. So let me have some of that. I'll, hang around with you for a bit. Like the devil doesn't care about anyone. And he's still an angel. Like he's a divine angel. He still belongs to God. It's like you people are crazy if you think that he doesn't. He's an angel. Like, people don't understand the simple truth. Listen to these words. Get thee behind me, Satan. What does that mean? What does that mean? Follow me. Get behind me. Follow me. Follow me. If you want someone behind you, you don't, someone who's going to stab you in the back, you don't tell someone who's going to stab you in the back to get behind you. There's only two reasons. You have no power over me, so get behind me, or follow me. That's why those words are said. Like, it's simple truth. If the devil had any power at all, he'd have gone, nah, stuff you, I'm getting behind you. Yeah, okay, boss. Okay. And that's the simple truth. So God is in charge. The devil isn't. You think that he is, but he says, listen, I can do this for you. You know what I mean? Because I have some power. Not as much as God, but I have a bit of power. I can do it for you, but if you give me your soul, you know what I mean? So you have to pay him. You don't have to pay God anything. You don't have to pay him nothing. It only changed because Eve bit the apple. Like Adam and Eve, comfortable, happy days. Cheers. Oh yes, we'll have this, we'll have this, we'll have this. Yeah, it's all good. Not an issue. Didn't have to work, didn't have to do nothing. Uh-oh. What's going to happen when God finds out? Right, that's it. Toil, hard labour, got to work for your life now. That's what happened. So now we work and we blame God for the suffering that we go through. And it's like, whoa. He didn't tell her to eat the apple. It's not God's fault that you're in trouble. It's my mate here. only because he tempted someone. He didn't do anything bad. He didn't eat the apple. Eat the apple. Telling you, eat the flipping apple. Just say, look at this. Eat it. Not the Apple iPad, full of knowledge. Not that apple. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? All good. What happened? Don't know. What happened? I mean, Jesus and God are just an anarchy. Well, Jesus is God. And so Jesus is a shapeshifter because the Anunnaki were around way before then. But I know what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm not one, but I curse when I get passionate. And I get passionate quite a bit. So happy days. But I don't curse when there's no need. But sometimes people don't hear a soft tone, a good person, and they take advantage of that sort of stuff, and they don't realise, like it says on the title page, my name, Mario, is Mars, Aries, War, the warrior. I'm the warrior, but my name, Maria, peace. So, I'm in the middle. I've got God on one side, the devil on the other, and I'm in the middle. I've got the God of War one side, Maria on the other, peace, and I'm in the middle. And whether I was chosen to be the warrior or not, however this, is, I'm still in the middle. And everything that I've tried to tell you through the chase is because I'm listening to somebody talking to me. There's only one creator, like I said. Tried to explain there's only one creator, written by a higher hand, blah, 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 blah. Whether, the person that you believe is Major Forrest Burke fan, however you want to believe that. So there's only one creator. It started with chaos, whatever, however you want to believe it. Started with nothing, however you want to believe it. But at the end of the day, if you want to believe it's the universe, if you want to believe it's God, if you want to believe it's aliens, whatever it is, there's one person in charge, and he has some sort of power. And I wouldn't mess with him. Seriously not going to mess with him. And he doesn't just hold the power. Whilst he holds the power himself, he has some kick-ass archangels that could do some damage. He has loads of spirits. Then there are the ancestors. Then there are loved ones and all sorts of people that will look after you. And it's like you have the devil and a few, dark spirits. It's like you're never going to win. But in all of that, everything was created by God. So all these dark spirits, the devil, everything else, they're all created by God. And all these bad people created by God. But we're all brothers and sisters. And he doesn't go, well, you're a bad person, so I hate you, even though you're my son or my daughter. Just like any normal father doesn't say, I hate you because you committed a crime and you're in prison. They still love him. And he still loves them. He has these bad people that he still loves, and he has these good people that he still loves. So, what's he supposed to do? So every now and again, he looks down on earth and goes, okay, I'm going to send a flood. Okay, Sodom and Gomorrah, blah, blah. However he destroys it. Every so often he says, right, that's it, I've had enough. I've had enough. You're all bad children, and you won't learn, so you're going to learn the hard way. And maybe this time he's thinking, well, I don't want to keep flooding the place and, destroying places, and there's got to be a better way, and I think there's got to be a better way. I hope there's a better way. So I'm looking for a better way. There is no invention of sin. Stop trying to blame and be a victim of the human race. Eve ate the apple. There was no sin until she ate the apple. He said, listen, have a wonderful life. Well, first with this man, have a wonderful life. There you go. Oh, well, you're a bit bored. Here, I'll get this woman for you. There you go. And they lived happily and they didn't do anything. And he said, look, there's your, you can have this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Just don't eat, that apple. So God didn't do anything. He didn't create anything. We created it for ourselves, or our ancestors created it for ourselves. And then every so often, they think, oh, look at this God, he's done all these miracles. Better believe in him. And then every so often you go, nah, I'm not interested. Don't care, he hasn't done a miracle for a while. So he has to do another miracle and get rid of a whole load of people. Then they're all good for a little while. And then it's like, well, he hasn't been bothered for a while, so we'll do this, this, and this. And then he gets back and says, right, that's it, I've had enough. And every so often it's like, just keeps repeating. When he doesn't do any miracles, when he's not in your face, because obviously he died on the cross, so he's not in our face anymore, we all start to sin because he's not there. When he's there, yeah, ooh, you know what I mean? When he's not there, it's like, oh yeah, no worries. And then we blame him for it. He wants only the best. Like if you ask for the best, you'll get the best. But if you want to live a bad life, then you might think that you're doing well, but eventually he'll go, no, not having that, and he'll take it all from you. And you'll be your own worst enemy for it. So God didn't do anything. We bring our own downfall. He just wants everyone, like Forrest said, to get along. He wants your brothers and sisters, his children, to all just get along. That's it. And live in abundance. Talk to him, ask him. Like, if you're a young kid and you need a bike, you can try to steal a bike, or you can ask your mum and dad to get you one. Or you can ask your mum and dad to give you enough pocket money so you can end up buying one. You have a choice. But he's your father, so you go to your dad and you say, Dad, I need a house. That's it. But you have to believe that Dad's going to give you the house. That's it. Some way, shape, or form, that will happen. If you believe it enough, that will happen. Because he wants you to be happy. But some people live their life being negative and bring negative things to them. My kids won't amount to anything. And God goes, okay then, if that's what you want. Your kids won't amount to anything. I'll never get married. Well, if that's what you want, you're never going to get married. And all those things that you keep asking for, he says, okay then, if that's what you want, I'll give you that. If you went around saying, well, I want to be a millionaire, God, and you believe it, you really believe it, I want to be a millionaire, he'll put you through some trials, he'll make you suffer a bit, and then you'll be a millionaire. But if you're a little baby, if you're in the womb, and I've said this before, if you're in the womb and you said, God, I want to be the bravest man alive, he'll say, well, okay then, I'm going to send out the worst kind of animals, I'm going to send out the worst kind of demons, I'm going to send out the worst kind of people, in order that you can be the bravest. And you'll be like, no, I don't want to do that. You're going to say, well, I want to be the wisest person. He said, well, I'm going to give you the hardest problems to solve. I'm going to put you in the most difficult of situations. And you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. So can't you just make me, one of these things? Like, well, no, because then you won't have the training or the knowledge to be the person that you want to be. So you have to go through it to be that person. You have to. And you have to make those, have that mettle and resolve to get to that point where what it is that you want to be, you can be that person because you have all of it inside you. You've made yourself that person. So I don't see that it's difficult. I really don't. To just have enough faith to say, I need some help. I need some help. And I have a Father in heaven who wants me to have a good life, and I'm not having a good life. So what is it that I really want? And then you ask. You have to believe that he's going to give you it. You have to believe it. As soon as you ask it, you have to be thankful, grateful, and say thank you, and it's there. It won't happen tomorrow or the next day, but it will happen. And that's all that God wants. Like, talk to him, respect him, praise him if he does good. Don't curse him. Although I've said a few things, I suppose. But we're all sinners, all of us. And Jesus died for those sins. So he doesn't expect you to be sinless. And the degree of sin doesn't matter. If you truly are sorry for it, if you truly want his forgiveness, if you truly believe that he will do it for you, he'll do it. But it's not difficult. And it doesn't matter whether you believe him as a God or the universe or whatever you want to believe him as. You have to believe that the person exists that can help you. That person exists that can help you. You just have to believe that he will. And that's it. That's how simple it is. That's how simple I see it anyway. He said the F word. I say sorry, G. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you can't judge. That's what God says. He who has not sinned, cast the first stone. Blah blah blah. Don't judge others, lest ye be judged. So God will judge me on that. But I am sorry. I've said the F word from Jeep Girl Jody to you're a good man, Mario. Thank you. Thank you, Red. Thank you. Took me out of that. Good thing the Lions Vikings game is coming on. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year indeed. What you on my... Whoops. Wow, I'm way behind. Want you on my show soon, so be ready. Always ready, mate. I'm always ready. Born ready. Thanks. Negative into positive. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dark into light, whatever way you want to call it. Let's be positive about the Go Lions. Yes, I say go Lions because we have 3 lions on our shirt. So live show in less than 2 weeks' time. Woohoo! God's people blame victims. No, to be fair, God's people are normally ones that have been through the mire and they thank God for being through the mire. Real God's people, not these pretend fake ones that are being shown, to do all these bad things. Real God's people, they have been put through it and they bless and thank God for keeping them, in their authenticity, for knowing who they are, knowing that even though they're in a bad place at this moment in time, they believe that he will help them get to a better place. And in the year 2025, you'll hear lots of stories about these people that are having these miracles happening to them, about people being saved, about celebrities turning to Jesus, I'll say about Taylor Swift and many more, but there'll be more and more people that will understand what, this world has been and what it can be. Intel, one policy they require all employees and site personnel to strictly adhere to. No blame, but address the issue, and then via protocol, blaming only causes delays. Makes sense. And fix via protocol, very sleek and precise. Don't have time for that. Oh yeah, Intel is the future. And stop with your verbiage about a God. Your first step to correction, will you take it? No, my verbiage is not about God. My verbiage is about it's whatever you want to believe. If you want to believe that it's the universe that gives you these things, then believe it's the universe. I should be allowed to believe what I want. If I want to believe there is a God, that doesn't say that it's a Christian God or Catholic God or Protestant God or whatever. It just says that there is a divine being, and you can call it the universe, and you can call it the Anunnaki, and you can call it whatever you want. But I believe that there is a being. There is a being. And I say that being is God. But you can say whatever it is. And if you don't believe there's nothing, and good things happen and bad things happen irrespective, then fine. But I can believe what I want. And I live in a world where I can say what I want, or I should be. Yes, we are not here for sports, religion, or politics. I will, however, break for food. Feel the love, everyone. Go Lions. I'm feeling the lave, Zozo Rock. Go Lions. I don't know. Are these the Detroit Lions? Or are they different Lions? Yeah, Jeep Girl, corrective action is conducted by technician teams and crews to eliminate the problem altogether. The organisation of processes in high tech is quite elaborate. There you go. Well, they're the Chicago. Chicago is Detroit, isn't it? Chicago is Detroit. Detroit is Chicago. Detroit is Chicago. Yeah. So it's those lines. So moving forward, those people who want to be involved in There's Treasure Inside, I think should read the front of the book, which tells you how to solve the hunt. You need to understand that bit first and then take on board, the information that is given to Mysterious Writings, and work with that in mind. Because if you just picking up, oh, let's do the word search, or, let's do the poem at the back of the book, or, without reading it, that's not what he said. That's nothing like what he said. Like he said, you need the whole book for the lion's share, and then you need to read, to get the other boxes. So, do those things. Otherwise, maybe you won't get the answer that you want. Don't ever think Cynthia was not very intelligent. Probably way more than many in her community. Smart people ain't always being pulled. She was there over 20 years. Don't ever think Cynthia was not very intelligent. Who's ever said that Cynthia was not intelligent? But even intelligent people do stupid things and come to regret those stupid things. So don't ever think that an intelligent person can't do a stupid thing. And don't think that an intelligent person won't get punished for doing a bad thing. Because they surely will. Then retired from Intel, very keen person. I respected her when she was a co-worker of mine. I don't. So the way I see it is, going forward, there is a judgment and there is a justice. And it's not necessarily an earthly justice. Whilst it may be that people, go to jail or whatever it is or whatever happens on this earth, the justice came from above. Make no mistake about that. The justice came from above. And if you play with fire, you'll get burnt. It's that simple. And those people that disregarded the information they were given, literally given, don't do this, disregarded that information, it's hard to feel sorry for those people. So I believe going forward, those that require help will be given help. Those that require judgment will be given judgment, not earthly judgment. Not earthly judgment. It may come down to earthly judgment, but that won't be what starts it. And then 2025 will be a case of, truth and light, however you want to believe that, that is, whatever shape or form you believe that to be. But I do believe there will be answers. I do believe there will be a reckoning. I do believe that people will be happier. I do believe people will have hope. I do believe, there will be a coming together. I do believe there will be more love. I do believe the earth will be on a higher frequency. I do believe that, Mother Gaia will help heal this earth that's been screwed over by these elites that want to play God, and change the weather to their liking so they can get minerals out of the earth and stuff like that. And these people that don't care, will probably be made to care. So that's how I see it. I thank everybody for being here. I thank you for the likes. I thank you for the conversations. Like I say, I don't hate anyone. You know, I don't need to hate anyone. I don't need to judge anyone. It's not what I do. I just tell you the truth as I see it. Some will agree with it, some won't. And I don't ask you to believe a single word I say. It doesn't matter if you believe anything that I say. It really doesn't matter if you believe me or not. I'm not trying to preach that you should believe me. I'm just saying, look, these are the things that I believe. And, you know, this is what I think is happening. This is what I think will happen. You know, whether you believe it or not is up to you. Doesn't matter. Cheers, thank you. Yeah, I believe, you know, that's just the way it is. I spent, you know, a few years trying to find the truth. And when I found the truth, I was shocked. And, you know, I started to change because of what I found out. You know, when I started this, I wasn't this person that I am now. The chase made me this person that I am now. I thank Forrest for it, and I thank everybody in the chase for it. You know, good or bad, it doesn't matter. Everything that I've been through makes me who I am. Everything, good or bad, doesn't make any difference. Everything that I've been through makes me who I am, and I think I'm a stronger person now. So all the bad things that have happened to me have made me the strong person that I am. You know, that's how I see it. So it's like, thanks, thank you. And, you know, I have to say the same to, you know, God, because he's put me in this position. You know, whilst I still swear and say, you know, why am I in this place? I have to admit that, you know, I've learned a lot. Claps for Redneck Experience. Yeah, I clap. You saved a few fairies, Redneck. And a few got their wings, I think. Have a good week. Thanks for the chat, Mary. Thank you for being here. You know, I appreciate it. You know, some of the people that I know say, "Why do you do those things? Why do you talk to people and why do you spend your time?" It's like, well, why not? You know, I'm just trying to. You know, I think Gina Marie Colvin says it like, "From my heart to yours." It's, you know, just can't we just get along? You know, it doesn't matter what we think. Like, we can talk and chat and have arguments and disagree, and then, you know, come back for more. You know, it's just like supporting a football team or a hockey team or whatever it is, whatever you support. But you don't have to agree with the team that you support. You can argue about the team that you support, and then you come back the next day and you go through it again. But you don't have to hate each other for it. So thanks for that. Thank you. I do appreciate you. I really do. And, you know, I look forward to having a better year. My birthday soon. Happy birthday if I don't see you again, Jeep Girl. I can't say I'm looking forward to it because my sister-in-law died on my birthday and my wife died on February the 4th. So, you know, I can't say I'm looking forward to those dates. But I do understand that, you know, life gets in the way. You are, you know, you're always going to have challenges and you have to be able to, you know, stand up to them. You have to be able to understand them. And you have to be able to live with them. You know, you can't avoid them. You can't fight them. You can't, you know, make them into, you know, something they're not. They can't. If they are a hurdle, then you need to be able to jump it. You need to be able to jump it. And if, you know, if you can make it so they're not a hurdle, then you just live with it, and it makes you, you know, the person you are. And remember, when swimming in the ocean, a shark can eat your whole and the rest. Isn't that hole supposed to be without the W? Like, eat your whole and the rest of it. Thank you, MJ. And the same to you. Thank you. Sorry to hear that. Keep trucking. Yeah, it's all good. I have to be ready for it, I suppose, and accept it for what it is. It was meant to be, and I was meant to, I was meant to go through it, and keep going through it. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, keep warm. Um, don't eat any yellow snow if you've got snow there. But if you have got snow, stay well wrapped up and have the right equipment. Don't go driving crazy or anything like that. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to say ciao. It's 131 now. Ciao for now. Take care.